So we're going to be looking at how Zeri's skills interact with each other and what that means for our combos. So first of all, you can buffer a Q while you're casting W. So that's a very nice short little trade. You can also buffer an auto attack while you're casting Q. You can also buffer a W while you're casting E, or just cast W while you're casting E. It'll fire from the original place that you stood. So this is very good for fleeing, but not very good for chasing, since it doesn't reach as far. So combining these, we get EWQ, and we can also combine that into an EWQA. But we have to be careful not to press A too early, or right click if you prefer using that. So when you buffer these skills, they don't have to be on the same target, so you can WQ different targets. You can also QA different targets. This also means you can attack 3 targets almost simultaneously. If we charge up here and then... But you have to be pretty fast with the A during Q, and you can't press A before your Q has started, because then it cancels, it doesn't throw the Q. So if we press WQA, I guess I was out of range for A, but there we see it didn't even fire my Q. You can also use EWQ, multi-target. So if you do like this, and similarly you can add the A on after that. An important thing to know is that your E cancels your, or resets the cooldown of your Q and your right click timer. So for instance, if you're standing close to a wall that you cannot dash through, you can do QEQ. And of course, if you're standing close to one that you can dash through, it'll take a little bit longer since you actually have to dash. In the same way, you can do QA, E, QA. Like this. And it's much faster than if you just had to do, let me show here, QA, QA. We see the DPS was almost double before. Your E being a Q and auto attack reset means that one of the best combos is to use QE and Q, or QEQA. But if you want to go even beyond that, you can add a free W in there, since you can use W while you're Eing. You can also use QA before, instead of just using Q before, but I've found that due to needing charge for your A to be effective, I prefer to only use it after, since otherwise you also have to start the combo in 500 range. So this is my preferred combo. Here's the combo with QA before and after. And we see it does a little bit more damage, but much slower. One scenario where you can use the E into the wall realistically is when you're pushing a turret and you really need to push it fast. But outside that, you might not be near a wall that you can't dash through very often. So you'll have to stick to the EW and using your Q as an auto reset with that combo. You can use your ult in the way that we've used W here, and it'll release on the spot where you end up, but you can do the same combos. So if we do QERQ, it's also very fast, but you may sometimes just be better off using your ultimate first to get the bonus damage on the first Q too. Right, that's it for these combos. I hope you guys have fun playing Zeri and have a nice day.